Steno Wale Babu welcomes you. Shorthand dictations in male and female voice from all sources like magazines, speeches, and editorials at various speeds up to 120 WPM for various departments like SSC, DSSB, CRPF, Delhi Police, etc. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.
Exercise number 23. Mr. Deputy Speaker, Sir, I am sorry I cannot agree with my friend where he has said that the railways are serving the rich people more and better than the poor people. This statement is absolutely not correct. He has said that the fares have been gone up. If you take into consideration the inflation that has been going on in the last 20 or 30 years, you will find that the fares have not been going up correspondingly. If you look into even catering also, the charges that we are making from the passengers either by way of fares or by catering charges are the lowest not only here but compared to the rest of world. Even in our own country, you cannot get the food that the railways supply outside the railway station for the price that the railways are charging. I do not think the railways are exploiting the poor people at all. Secondly, the railways have rendered a tremendous lot of service to people, especially the middle class and, of course, all other people by starting the super fast expresses and running them efficiently and safely on the whole. I have only one small criticism to make in this connection, and that is the proposal to raise the platform ticket fee from 1 rupee to 3 rupees is a very unwise thing to do, and the demand of the house from all sides is that it is a thing which is a very serious matter for the people and which the honorable minister as well as the cabinet should take a serious notice of. I sincerely hope that by the time the Home Minister begins to make his final statement either today or tomorrow or even after the consideration of the supplementary demands, government would find it possible to go back again to the earlier fee. Having said that, I have got to sound a note of warning in regard to the new trend of discussion that has been started in this house from the time that my friend had taken charge of the railways. He initiated the idea that the railways should not be asked to make any contribution to the general revenues on account of the 1000 crores of rupees that have been invested and more of it also which is being invested on the railways. I do not agree with him. At the same time, he wants the general revenues to make contribution to the railways because railways are serving some social purposes. True, we have been having it throughout the 120 years ever since the railways have been started in our country. They have been expected to serve social purpose as well as commercial purpose, and they have been doing it. I do not understand why, in spite of all this, the railways should be exonerated from the responsibility of having to pay even a minimum dividend on the huge colossal amount of capital that has been invested and that is being invested also. I hope the Railway Convention Committee would take due note of this demand that we are making on behalf of the public, that the railways have a responsibility to make contribution to the general revenues, not as general revenues but as an interest, whatever it may be. Now government is paying 10 or 15% on borrowings. It need not pay as much as that, but at least half as much as that, or one third as much as that, but there should be contribution from the railways. Another thing which my honorable friend started and which has been taken advantage of by successive railway ministers from our side is to place all the blame on the planning commission, and then somehow suddenly from all sides all our members jump into the fray and they exonerate the railways. They forget the primary responsibility of the railways to make the best possible use of the monies that have been placed at their disposal, the assets that have been placed at their disposal, and go on blaming the planning commission. Planning commission means the central government, the whole of the parliament. How else does the planning commission function? I cannot understand. If the railways want more money, they should be able to make out a good enough case and get in from the finance minister and from the government. If they are not able to make a good enough case and at the same time they say that the planning commission is not allotting this money and that money, I would have said that it is the high of irresponsibility. It is the duty of the railway minister and the government as a whole to go into the whole finances of the railways and find out how much money has to be placed at their disposal. Are the railways utilizing the funds that are being placed at their disposal? Are they utilizing their assets to the best possible advantage? I am not very sure about it. Thank you.